Hey, what's up, everybody? This is JTC Boy coming at you with the Culture Stream Podcast. I am joined with my host, Tones.
Yo.
Then we got Jude and Zo, unable to make it, but they will be here with the next ones. But today, we have special guests, and we're at a special location here. We're out here at the 2023 White Shield Arikara Celebration. I want to give a shout out to the Power Committee for letting us host this podcast at the MC stand. And we got some special guests with us here today, hailing and representing some drum groups, and also the man of sound. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to our guests here. I want to say what's up to Jermaine Bell from the TBZ Singers.
I guess we're supposed to introduce ourselves like Chante Washte Nape Choose Up. No, what's going on, guys?
And next we got another Blazing Bear representative. He was our star of our last podcast, Mr. Anthony Tartsah. What's up, bro?
Appreciate y'all letting me come on here, and I'm trying to see if we get some good stories out. So
awesome. And then the man of sound, Mr. Travels every power there. I believe he travels days on end just to provide sound. And you guys may know him on Facebook. Whenever there's a power that doesn't have a good sound, they always say, "Hey, wish Hoka Sound was here." Want to give a shout out to brother Dale Roberts.
Alito from Oklahoma here. Yeah, my name's Dale Roberts. Everybody knows me as Hoka Sound. There's my wife, peeking, checking on me. But anyway, yeah, I'm here. Check out the boys.
And then we got his the little guy here. He came to say, "What's up? Sit in." Go ahead, introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, I'm Sateska. I'm Dale Roberts' son.
Oh, okay, cool.
Speak closer to the mic there. Yeah.
First, don't do this.
No, yeah, right.
Yeah, you're also the roadie too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get this started, man. Tones, how do we want to open up here?
I think we'll try to come up with some stories here. First off, we'll go with I know Jermaine's been on the power trail for probably his whole life too, so
Yeah.
I know you got a couple stories that
people want to hear or need to hear. Yeah.
shit.
Man, I've been traveling around a little bit. I got one good story. I guess it depends on how I want to tell it, though, man. I want to go back to my White Lodge days.
Oh.
Yeah. Man, I used to sing with Tones when he was a young guy, man. He's still young. Yeah. I don't know what kind of cream you use. If, you got some sort of treatment you use on your face. Yeah. It seems like you don't get pimples. No, man. I traveled around with White Lodge one summer, and man, I can't remember what summer it was. That 2006.
Or
Oh, it was earlier than that, huh?
Yeah.
Holy smokes! Yeah, and my little brother Pascal Shoulderblade, he's like, "Hey, bro, man, you should come with us, man, and travel around with the Phelan boys, White Lodge," and they were already singing with you guys already. So, man, that summer, I was introduced to kind of like the other side of, I guess you can say, the Northern 49ers. Yes. Man.
we ruined you, huh?
You ruined me, man. Yeah, I was like, man, these guys, man, they can drink. And but man, I got a good story from Fort Hall, man. And
oh man,
a lot of people they see me and they're like, "Oh, Dad, Jermaine, he sings with TBZ and man, he carries himself well." I do now, but holy smokes, I was just like any other singer, though, man. I just went out to go have fun, and I was still responsible enough to make it to the drum and all. But then once Power stopped, boy, yeah, I I was probably out there with all the best, man. But man, we had this big old 49 at the hotel at Fort Hall that year, and
Red Lion.
Yeah, Red Lion. Yeah, yep. And we had like 3 rooms rented or something like that, and we kept going back and forth. I remember this is the first time I've ever seen a whole bathtub full of drinks. I was like, what is going on, man? And this is the first time I ever tasted wine. And it ruined me. I will never taste wine again. And my wife, she's a wine drinker. She's a casual wine drinker, you know. But she's like, babe, you should try some of this. I'm like, nope. I said,
Sick ass wine glass.
Yeah, she has a wine glass, and I'm like, that's not how I see wine, man. And but for some reason, I wanted to race everybody that night drinking. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna beat you, and I would just bring a bottle of beer and let's race. I don't know why I was doing it, and that next day we. I don't know how we made drum roll call, man. Tones was the only one trying to get everybody up, man. And come on, guys. And I think we had about half an hour to roll call, and I don't know how we made it, but we made it. We made roll call, and me and Pascal were in the back. Hey, bro, we should go throw up. I was like, yeah, we should, and we didn't know how, man. And in the back seat there, we found this candy. It was a spree candy, you know, those little tiny candies. Yeah, it was a spree candy, and we made ourselves throw up that way. So it was weird, man. But it was fun too, man. It was a lot of fun. And
So do you still like that candy?
I do. I remember it. And I can't find it nowhere. And yeah, it's hard to find that candy. But yeah, that's that one story right there. I'll never drink wine again just because of that.
I think that was like MD 2020. I think that's what you guys was sipping on.
Was it?
And then, and then the white Zinfandel.
Yeah, I remember that stuff right there.
In the box, that big old.
It was the box stuff, and oh man, yeah, that's one power story I really wanted to tell. When you guys were telling power stories, the last one, and I was like, man, I should tell this story, and kind of. Yeah, Tones was our guy though, man. He kept us all in line there. So
I didn't drink at the time.
No, he didn't. Man.
At the time,
but boy could throw down on some food, man. He showed us some good food, man.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty awesome, man. That's the stories of our old days, our travels, and. I don't know, it's we're a lot different now.
Yes, we grew up.
Had role models that did the same thing. Now we're the role models that are trying to do the right thing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's kick it over to Tarts. I know you got some.
We gotta ask him about if he remembers. If he remembers getting hit by Ashley.
Well, from my perspective, last thing I remember that night is my homie. We have similar birthdays, and I don't know if I should mention his name or not. I don't know if he would want me to, but I just remember him getting carried out like a robe. And then it was at the Muddy Cow. It was at Shakopee. And then that's the last thing I remember. And then I guess we was chilling. Then I come to, and I'm walking in front of Mystic Lake, and I remember just seeing like just like a group of people, and I just went and asked for a cigarette. And next thing you know, I'm going for it again. And then, it keeps going. I start, remembering. I remember telling Tones, like, she's all right. And that's the only thing I remember from the situation. And I remember Tones telling me, Tarts, go over there. And I was like, oh, shoot. And then, but come to find out, I was chilling and stuff. And then my friend came over. I was sitting at the bar because I was waiting for it to open again. Because, I didn't know what to do. I was looking for my phone. I was like, man, I'm just going to wait for Jeremy to just wake up or something. And I was sitting there. And then my friend walks up and he's sitting there and he's like, "Dang, dude, I just played my whole drum cut." And then keep in mind we got like it was like a $900 cut. We got second that weekend. And then he's like, "I played my whole cut, man." I was just mad. I was like, "What?" I was like, "How you gonna play your whole cut?" And then he's all, "But I'll be all right." And he pulled out a little bit Canadian bills. And I was like, "Damn, though." I was like, "Damn, nah." And then and I was sitting there, it's drinking a beer and stuff, and it's like 8:30, and then sitting there, and he's sitting there trying to get a beer, and then his Canadian ID is expired, and he's like, "Crap, man," and I was like, start feeling bad, and I was like, "Hey, let's go try out the Center Bar." So we'll try out the Center Bar. We're sitting there, we're going out. Before we get to Center Bar, though, I was like, keep in mind, he's like 6 foot, fucking grown ass man, fucking, But
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'2", 5'3", 4'9". No, fucking nah. And I stopped for a second. I was like, "All right, hold on. Hey, when we get up there, use this." And I give him my tribal ID. we go up there, and I'm fucking, I get my stuff, and then next it comes to him, and they take that ID, that tribal ID, and they're like, "All right," and they accept this. They accept it, and I think to this day he's probably still using it. I ain't gonna lie. Luckily, I don't know, but then fast forward, Jeremy finds me, and we're leaving, and then Jeremy gets a phone call. And I guess it was her, the one that socked me, or and no hard feelings also, no, but yeah, no, what it called, and she called, and then she was apologizing and stuff, and I was apologizing too, because I was like, I remember saying whatever you hit me for, it was the right reason, but you're good, it's no, I didn't feel no type of way, but I thought I messed up, and I was like, "Damn!" But I remember looking in the mirror, I remember I had a black eye, just like, I was like, "Where'd this come from, dude?" I was like, then went on with my day, went to Benihana's, and then chilled, ate, and then ended up waking up in Wisconsin and Black River Falls, and from then on, went to another power. That's when we went to Connecticut, and that's when things got really, really dang off the wall. I remember I ended up losing my wallet, but for some reason I still had my ID in my pocket. And because they canceled the powwow, it was at Shkamitsin they canceled the powwow, and I remember it was about 5, and it was me and my friend, me and my homie. I'm gonna say just call him Blake. Nah.
It's okay. You can name drop.
Well, we wwas sitting there.
What was it then?
It was me and Norris. Shout out Norris. All right, shout out Norris.
They listen to this, so he's probably like
Yeah.
"Thanks, bro."
All right. Shout out Norris, and then shout out Larry, and then shout out who was that right there, sitting right there? It was No, yeah, I think it was just us three. But we was sitting there, and we was session up in the car after we was talking about how the power got ended. We was like, dang, me and Norris was just hype, just ready to get it going. Keep in mind, it's like 5:30, and then we go down there. We're sitting there. Then we the drinks are just expensive over there, So I was like, dang, I need to find. And I started thinking. I was like, try out the mixed drinks. 'Cause I know they put they put the quantities in there, and it was for like 11, and then the shot was like 13. So I was like, what the heck, trying to beat the system here. Then we went to this the sports bar, and there's this old white lady, man, that was just hooking it up on the thing, man, on the drinks. And then next thing you know, she cups me off, and then that's the night I lost my wallet. And then fast forward to the night, we're sitting there, and then we're singing, having a good time singing 49 songs and stuff. Then my friend, my homie Marcus, he starts busting out an intertribal song in the middle of the parking lot. And then next thing you know, he's we're sitting there, and then he's talking. We're all talking and stuff. Then I guess there's someone he caught word, someone was messing around and stuff, and he came up. He's like, hey, where's that easy one at? He said the name and stuff. Where's that easy one? Easy one, Patricia. He's like, where's Patricia at? I guess he didn't know, though. And next thing you know, Patricia was like, I'm right here. And I was like, damn. I was like, it was pretty bad, but it was pretty fun. All in all, no one got hurt, but shoot, I don't know. I have my
No one got hurt.
This time, no one got socked this time. That was just a fun time, but that's pretty One of them. No.
Yeah, they said that it looked like tobacco offerings around you, bro.
Man, just laying down all those cigarettes like Sonic coins.
I came around that corner. He was laid out on the ground. Cigarettes all around him.
Just Sonic coins all over the place.
Sonic coin.
Pennies.
Well, that's what it's about, man. I mean, you know, a lot of the older singers, you know, we kind of made a lifestyle change, and the up and coming singers, you know, they're still going through it and enjoying life, and as you should, you know, you go different places in the world, the country, different powers, meet new people, friends, all of that. Man, it's just life experiences, stories that we have, you know, that we could share and cherish. It's the memories that we make, and I'm pretty sure, you know, we've all done some things like
just
that.
sit there like, damn. Nah, it makes you kind of want to just tie down and like just chill out for a little bit. Or start drinking water, doing push-ups. And
doing that lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, let's. I want to give the bro some time to talk about his travels and what he does. I mean, like I said, Hoka Sound is the premier sound when it comes to powwows, and you guys hear people on Facebook saying, "Man, I wish Hoka Sound was here." You know, tagging Dale and the fam over here. But you know, I appreciate him for coming on. I want to give him a shout out here on the podcast. Let him talk about what he does, and also share his story. Don't worry, we'll lock the door so the wife doesn't come in.
Well, when I was growing up, I never partied, drank. I was too busy powwowing. I always want to go. But we always had singers and friends and, you know, other people that we travel with always do that. But I always remember my brother, Jared Red Eagle from Fort Peck. He always liked the sauce, him and his brother, and, you know, all that good stuff. But it was crazy as we go to Poplar, or we go to Badlands, or, you know, even Fort Peck, reservation there. And I've always seen them, you know, Fort Peck singers. But they always show up late. They come in, and Jarrett and his brothers, and half the guys are all half cut, sitting at the drum, kind of stuff like that. I was like, "Come on, Dale, come sing." I'm like, "Oh shit, you know, I don't know." Michael and Bear was with me. Let's go sing with Jarrett. All right. So we kind of sat there, and they all was kind of almost passing out. So, all right, Fort Peck singers, take it away. And Jarrett kind of move around, hit that drum, and start singing. Shoot, that powwow just lit up. Everybody. Yeah. So it was really wicked. And as soon as he finished, we used to get a whistle. When he finished, all of a sudden he put his drum X down and almost kind of pass out. I was like, oh God, you know. But like you say, you know, when we was younger, it was kind of not really, you know, taboo, but it was part of the system. All the bros and all the friends kind of just hanged out, and they did that. Mm-hmm. So we never judge each other, you know, wherever music created, you know. Mm-hmm. So I know some of my friends who were kind of, you know, out of it, but they make some wicked songs, you know. And it just, you know, you're like, well, that's not right. But then when you hear that song, you're like, man, that's a damn ass song, you know, it's dope. But I never got in trouble really that much, you know. Travel with Blackstone and Black Lodge and hang with High Noon, and you know, we all kind of just did our own thing. Travel with Terry and them, you know, it was always about the drum and the singing, and you know, that was first priority, and everything else was kind of second. So, you know, we just kind of kept our nose clean and stuff like that. But when the cops or something sees a bunch of young men in a van, they already think, the first thing they think is, are they partying? Are they Mexicans? So
some tomfoolery.
Always something like that. But we be traveling down the road. We was going through Washington State, and all of a sudden we got pulled over. One of the boys was driving, and we got pulled over. And of course, they kind of pulled us all out and said, hey, you know, what's going on? And we had to explain. Of course, being the white people, they didn't understand. So they called another backup. They went through and they started going through our luggage, and they started going through this and that, kind of making sure our IDs. Damn. And they was flicking, you know, pull the, you know, doors back, and all of a sudden they seen a brown bag. Oh, hey guys, we got something. We got something here.
Brown bag special.
Yeah, you know, all of a sudden, you know, like they had to reach way down there, grabbed it, pull it back out. They all looking at it, and they started unraveling it. Got to the bottom, a pair of dirty socks.
Yeah. I was going to say, ham sandwich.
Yeah. So it was like that with them. And I'm lucky, because other time I could really get myself in trouble. who was in Hollywood, Florida when they started. It was me and my wife and family.
Florida's the spot, man.
Well, he was being innocent, you know. I'd never party or like that, but you know, it get you in trouble. But we was there, we was in Hollywood, Florida, and we after the powwow, we went across the street to Burger King, and there was run down and rugged, and you know, kind of, you know, bad. But you had to go to the bathroom. You was hungry. The powwow was over, so the wife went in and ordered. I went to the bathroom. It was the one that's outside. I went in there and used the bathroom. People kept banging on the door. I said, "Just give me a few minutes here." All of a sudden, when I finished, I come back out. Got back in the van, and my wife goes, "Hey, I need some money. I'll get something else." Okay. All of a sudden, I reached my pocket. My wallet was gone. I thought, man, I think I dropped it in the bathroom. So I went back there, and there was a hooker came out.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, was that yours?
yeah, no. Anyway, a hooker came out, and I looked, and shit, my wallet's gone. I know she has it.
Shit.
I know she has it. And there was a white van there, and I come back out, and I seen her. I said, "Hey, did you get my wallet?" "I didn't find nothing." I said, "You didn't find my wallet? Nothing like that?" No, I got nothing. Like, shit. So I went back and told her we and all of a sudden she goes, "Virgo, look over there." And all of a sudden there was that white van. There was a bunch of hookers in there. I was like, "Oh, damn, man." So I went back there. I said, one more time. I said, "I need my wallet. Me and my family's here. That's all we got." She goes, "I don't have it." All of a sudden this big black guy stepped out. And he goes, "Hey, what's the problem?" I said, "Oh, that's our pimp. I'm in trouble now." He goes, "What's wrong?" I said, "I dropped my wallet in the bathroom." "Did you, man?" He goes, "Yeah." He turned around and I said, "Hooker. Did you pick up his wallet?" "Yeah, I got it right here." And she handed it to me. And I said, "Oh, thank you. You know, I appreciate it." And we kind of left and nothing really out of it. But I tried to tell a story to Michael and them. They are like, hookers, a pimp, in the van. You're lucky your wife was with you. Nobody would believe you it was true, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, just little things like that would happen, you know. It's just part of life, but
So, what happened with the hooker in the
What
bathroom?
scenario?
nothing. I got my wallet back. I got my wallet back.
Was the money in there?
Yes, everything was-
that's
good,
cool.
yeah.
That pimp was cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I think we have time for one more story, and then probably got to wrap it up. But before we start telling the story, I want to go around and see if anybody has a power pet peeve that they want to share. Because we talked about power pet peeves in our first episode.
I got a quick one. It's not a pet peeve, but I know every singer in here has done it, and I'm gonna expose every singer on the power trail for doing it. When we're at the drum and we're singing a jamming song, every one of us farted before while we're singing.
Not me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Especially Southern singers
Getting nervous.
Yeah,
Getting nervous.
Yeah.
No.
I know one time I was
Bro.
I was in the middle of a song, I was jamming and I had to cut, but I felt gassy, and I was like, "Yep." And it just came out, man. I was like, "Dang."
Burn.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't wet. That's all I gotta say about that, though.
Shit, I don't really got no pet peeves or anything, you know. It's just maybe you know, when you're sitting there, you know, and you got no leg space because there's another person next to you, just then sprawled out, just going
Yes.
ham. No, I mean like ham, like yeah, like.
Yep. I'm
I'm like, damn, oh my god, I'm over here just, but that's not much. I mean, it's kind of a pet peeve, but I mean,
Yeah, it is.
usually,
It is.
don't worry.
worry.
That is a pet peeve.
I sit next to a big guy to my left.
And
Yeah.
he's just going.
What's
I'm
his
not gonna
name?
say any names, but his
No,
name is
no
Hulk. Hulk.
no offense. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't mean to
Just wait till those
Let-
big guys come and see you.
sit stance shame how you call it. Nah, it's fine. Shame how people sit. Nah, it's fine.
How about you, Dale? Any power pet peeves?
Well, there's a couple always, but I'm a different, you know, type of singer. But when we go, it's always, you know, sound. They always come up and think we're a power committee, and they say, "Hey, what's going on? What time's grand entry? Where's this at? Where's that at?" You know. And most of these people are power people. Grand entry's at 7. You know, supper breaks at 5, and blah 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 blah. Then other ones when the singer said, "Hey, turn me up, turn me up," you know.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, a lot of people don't understand is, you know, it's fair all the way across the board. What do I get out of it? You know, if I turn somebody up or turn them down, I keep them all the same.
Yeah.
But there's groups that are louder than other ones,
Yeah.
and of course, I get accused for trying to cheat.
Oh.
So do you turn the louder ones down?
I leave them all the same.
There you go.
Well, especially when I sing, I'm pretty loud.
No, I got to turn you up.
Yeah, dude.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna close it out with Brother Tone, the story here.
It's a quick story. It was host drum at Kakawishtaha. I think that was like 2009 or 10. We was partying all night. We went to the 49 down the road to Brother Rising Sun Queso Cement. Shout out to him. But we was host drum with White Lodge, and my dad's like, "You guys got to be there at flag raising 8 o'clock." So it's like, "Wow, he just lives down the road. We'll party till 7:30. We'll head over."
Damn.
It was like 6 o'clock, and my sister's like, "I'm gonna take you back." I was already lit, man. She's like, "I'm gonna take you back." It's like, "All right, get you a couple hours of sleep, and then take you over to flag raising." So I was like, "All right." Head back to the room. Me and my late cousin Jingles and Dovey was rimming together. I was sleeping on the cot. My dad comes in 7:30. It's like 10 minutes to the power grounds. My dad's waking us up. Get up. And I don't remember what they told me after. I guess I got up and I brought some Budweiser back and had that box sitting on the corner, and I walked over there, started taking a piss in it, and my dad's like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing with the house, guy?"
Damn.
I turned around, looked at him, I was like, "Don't worry, Dad. It's an old song."
Don't worry, Dad.
Yeah, that's it, though.
Alrighty, well, I want to say thank you to bro Jermaine, Tarts, Dale, and the little man for coming in and sharing some stories with us. Join us again on the next podcast. Anybody got final words here going around the table?
Many ha-hos. Thank you for letting me join on the podcast. I enjoy listening to it, and I can't wait for more, man. It's awesome.
Prestige
Awesome.
worldwide.
Thank you.
Wide. But I appreciate y'all letting me come on here. And it's a cool setup, man. It's cool. Hear my voice and stuff. No, I'm just playing all conceited. No, but appreciate y'all having me on here, man. Shouts out to all the boys and stuff.
Dale.
Thanks for the love and support. Culture Stream. Check them out. They're on the rocks. They're growing up and they're getting big. So download their app and check them out.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Culture
Got anything you want to say?
2023.
You want to say anything?
real.
Let's go.
Well, thanks for bringing me and my dad here.
Yeah.
Enjoying
I
listening to
think we
these
might
stories.
mess them up a little bit.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, then.
Alrighty. Later.
Oh.
Hey.